AI, like the AI is gonna like help you get there, and I think it's a good tool. Do you want to guess who knocked Garth Brooks and Michael Jackson off of the charts in the 90s?
Hey there, everybody. We are back here at the Willcutt studio for another one of our videos featuring traveling acts coming to the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour. And today we have Tai Shan.
Hi, good
Hello,
to be here.
good to see you.
Yeah.
So you played last night at the Woodsongs right down the street. How'd it go?
It was really wonderful.
Right.
I got to play as a featured performer, and then my daughter got to be the kid for the Woodsongs Kid program.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so she got to sing last night too.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. And I guess you met our buddies Hancock and Schaus.
Yeah.
They were here yesterday. They're old friends of mine. We've played music together for forever. And yeah, they were in here yesterday. That's fantastic. Getting a full dose of Kentucky with those two.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
Really kind-hearted people. And
Yeah. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I was listening to some of your music this morning. You have a varied array of influences, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your current muse, if you will, of songwriting, or what are you into at the moment?
That's a great question. You know, I'm a songwriting teacher, so I love playing a bunch of songwriting games. And so like, I've been into playing a lot of games lately, but it's in terms of artists that I'm into. I'm always like, my students are always bringing in like their favorite musicians. So I'm always getting influenced by the new stuff. So like Olivia Dean is like wonderful.
Okay.
You know, I love Alan Stone. I like kind of like that R&B flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been really into jazz lately, like jazz guitar and Spanish guitar. But yeah, my influences go all over the place.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my tried and trues are kind of Jim Croce and Joni Mitchell and that sort of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what jazz guitar players are we listening to? That's a good thread we can talk about there.
I don't. I'm not good at this game.
Or any song.
No, I know, right? Well, I like Laffy, and but she plays piano, so I'm not going to be good at this game. Like
it's not a game. We're just talking. We have, I think, in a couple of weeks, we got the great Pat Metheny is going to be in town.
Wow!
And
I know Tommy Emmanuel, like, has been playing at the Woodsongs before.
Yeah. I mean, talk about just guitar wizardry of every possible genre, every possible kind of song. He can turn it into a solo guitar arrangement that is mind-blowing.
Yeah, I use them a lot when I'm teaching. Like he has all of his transcriptions online. It's like so helpful.
Yeah. I just listened to, have you ever listened to the Nora Jones podcast?
No.
I just stumbled onto it, I don't know, a couple months ago. She's been doing it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, but it's called Playing Along.
Yeah.
And she has on all kinds of different people, and we'll learn 2 or 3 of their songs, and they just talk a little bit and then play.
Wow. I'll have to check that out.
It's really cool.
Her.
And she had Julian Lage on. This is probably one of the greatest living guitar players. But yeah, jazz guitar, I merely dabble. Like, I think I can kind of play it until I'm around somebody who can really play.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a good spice, though. You know, a good spice in songwriting.
Yeah.
Like to get you out of, you know, normal chord progressions. And whatnot.
Well, yeah, one of the things I love is, you know, after you write a song, the arrangement phase of the song, and thinking about like, okay, is, you know, like beyond like what are the chord choices you're going to use, but like where on the guitar are you going to play that chord?
Sure. Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, and, you know, having some of that jazz guitar knowledge and trying to demystify where things can be voiced in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw on your website, I was like, this is a great idea to do song commissions.
Yes.
In the age of AI robot songs that we're trying to fight that onslaught of weirdness coming at us.
Yeah. I just did one actually about a month ago for a fan that lives in St. Louis, and his sister passed away on her prom night.
Oh.
And I was playing a show in St. Louis that, and he saw me there. His name's Tom, and Tom came over and said, you know, one of your songs was really meaningful to me. It was really beautiful. It was a song called "If Heaven Had Waited," and then he started to tell me about his sister and how she passed on the night of prom, and he was like, "I would love it if you could write a song," and I was like, "I do song commissions," and so it's interesting because like with the onslaught of AI coming in, songwriting is still about telling a story.
Right.
And even with AI, like the AI is gonna like help you get there, and I think it's a good tool. But there's something in the art of telling the story of his sister to me that like I was able to grab all these different images. Like he was telling me about how there was like a box of her toys that still sits on his dresser. And as a songwriter, you go, oh, that's got to be in there. But like, I don't know if AI would have grabbed that out of all the things we talked about.
Right.
Maybe it would. I don't know.
I mean, the prompt would be like this long to try to get it to, you know, understand.
Yeah. So, but anyway, like even if it does a great job, like it's still a matter of like you're having a conversation with the songwriter for an hour about the story, what's going on in your life, and then I get to bring it down into a concise song on whatever topic you want.
Yeah.
And then record it and give it back to them.
Very cool.
Then they have their own song.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's a great concept for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a prediction. It may not come true. I think as AI keeps pressing forward, I think people will want a non-AI art.
Yes.
You know, and every like as soon as they find out, it's like, oh, that was like AI assisted. Like, nah, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
Who knows?
it's a helpful tool for like. Yeah. However, I love thinking about this. Like, do you want to guess who knocked Garth Brooks and Michael Jackson off of the charts in the 90s?
In the 90s?
Yeah, and we're talking like this is like Michael Jackson, super polished, super smooth. Garth Brooks, you know.
Yes.
Awesome, like once again, super polished, super smooth.
Right.
So who kicked the perfect people off of the chart?
It wasn't Nirvana?
And you would be correct. Yeah, so I think that like we're a pendulum.
Sure.
So like if we swing all the way to perfection, like, you know, which for me would be Michael Jackson,
right.
You know, then it will swing the other way and you get Nirvana.
Right. And could AI produce a Kurt Cobain?
I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure it will.
without the knowledge of Kurt Cobain already.
But there's something in the grit.
Yeah,
of Nirvana that that it'd be. I think we're all craving a rawness. And I think with Nirvana, that was a moment of it being very raw.
Yeah.
You know? So I think there's hope within the fact that we crave storytelling, authentic storytelling, and we crave rawness and realness.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see, well, we've messed around here with the AI songwriting, what's it called? Sono?
Oh, Suno. Yeah.
Suno? Mm-hmm. I'm going to prompt it to write a grunge song as soon as we're done, just to see what it does.
And you'll get one. You'll totally get one. I have been using it. I'm going into the studio, and it's been kind of helpful to be like, okay, now give me like a Civil Wars vibe, and now give me, can you add a dobro to that? And that way I can be like, oh, actually, I'm not going to pay for a dobro player to come in and play that because that doesn't fit on this song as well as I thought it would.
Yeah, just to have, reference ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't think about using it that way.
Yeah. I don't use just for if anybody does this, I don't use like the whole, I don't use my lyrics or my melody. I'll just use the chord progression.
Right.
So I'll just track the guitar part because, there's only 7 choices in a key anyway.
That's true.
Unless you go outside of the key. But yeah, and that way I can still get the feel of it. Like, oh yeah, that was not good in there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it using it that way.
Oh. And now you'll be up late nights being like, and what would it sound like with the orchestra?
Well, my wife and I have been recording music. We've played music for years, and we're at the point now where we've like, well, what does this song need? I have like a guitar track and a vocal down, and then we're like, what do we add to this?
Yeah, and that's what it's good. Like for me, that's what it's good for. Because before you pay the big bucks to get somebody that really can play that instrument well, you can hear Suno do it for you.
Not a bad idea, kids.
I think the caveat is we don't know. Like, it's learning from you. So, the more you're inputting your melodies, the more you're putting in your lyrics, the model will learn from you. And there's going to be the argument that they're going to steal, and they probably will.
Right. Right.
So, but I think chord progressions. Is a little different.
Like, can it reproduce Jerry Douglas on the dobro?
I don't know.
It will one day. It will.
I've seen it do, I put in some song and it was like doing these harmonics that are not the harmonics that you would get on that guitar.
Right.
And I'm like, and I went and dived into the world of like, well, okay, if you tuned it this way, then you could probably get those harmonics. But it made me think, oh my gosh, duh. Like you could get like a computer to do the harmonics you're looking for, not be confined to the tuning you're in.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you're into that sort of thing.
If you're into that, well, I mean, I like electronic music because it's a lot of you get wacky things that you can't do on these.
Yeah.
Or any other instrument for that matter.
What we're seeing in Nashville is when you go into a pitch meeting, everybody's bringing in their Suno demos.
Really?
It's not. It's no longer. A professional demo. It's always Suno.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
So they feed it the lyrics and the chords.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oftentimes what they'll do is they'll feed it the whole thing, lyrics and chords, and then they'll download it as stems, and then they'll pull the vocal off and then put their own vocal on, and then that's what they're pitching.
Fascinating.
Yeah. I don't know if it's done 100% of the time, but it's just, I'm seeing an uptick.
Right. It's just become common.
Yeah. So, sometimes it'll be multiple people pitching all at one time, and it'll be like maybe 2 that recorded actually live, and the rest will be like Suno.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're a songwriter at home, and you're just trying to get a semblance of what it's going to sound like, and you don't have a studio musicians on hand, to just do a pitch. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. We're learning so much this morning. Let's talk about your, I'm going to say, unique guitar here. Who has seen some mileage.
My God.
I love that.
My dad is like, he's always just like, oh my goodness.
No, I love it. And R. Taylor. And like you said, these are pretty rare. Did you say how many were made?
There was 300 made.
Yeah.
I have 196.
It's very cool and an interesting combination of wood, cedar top.
Mm-hmm. If she knew she was going to be on screen, I think I would have gotten more dust off. Don't see the dust there.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. How long have you had this guitar?
I bought it new 2006. So it is 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's been your number one ever since?
It's been my number one. I have some other guitars. I just won a Gibson at the Rocky Mountain Songwriting Festival.
Oh, cool.
Hooray, hooray.
Yeah.
So I love having that. And I also have a Martin. I'm now trying to remember what number it is. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is my main one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And a cool, unique guitar that, you see that and somebody in the know is like, oh, you got one of those R. Taylors,
Yeah.
The nerd factor would come in for some people on that one.
I actually didn't know they stopped making them until I took it to a luthier, and he was like, oh, they only made 300 of these. He was like, it's good. I got some of there's some stints in here because you can see the veneer is pretty cracked.
Just more character.
It got its first crack when I went from New Orleans to Colorado on tour, and I didn't. I had the humidity pack in it, but it's just like it was so drastic that as soon as you pull it out of the case,
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Like, I was talking about this yesterday. We have customers who are like humidity freaks and have like the readout on their phones, and they check it daily to make sure everything's, always humidified perfectly. But yeah, coastal to high elevation would definitely be a shock.
That does it. Yeah. And you know what the thing is? I am not a freak on the humidity, but I do keep track of it.
Yeah.
And the winter's worse.
Oh yeah.
Right? And I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't know is that you would think, oh, it's cold outside, like humidity should be fine. But like when it gets dry outside, and then also like with your heat blowing, it strips the moisture out of the air, so it can crack your guitar in like the middle of winter.
Yeah, 100%. I tell people, it's like last month here, it was 10 degrees for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's when you got to really keep a check on those.
Yeah, I put them all in their cases, and we lost power for like a week, so I couldn't have the humidity.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Nashville got...
Yes.
It was crazy. Did you guys have exploding trees here?
Yes.
That was nuts.
Yes. I don't know that we had any, but I remember seeing it on the news, like, watch for exploding trees. It's like, I've never seen this.
And we had ice quakes. I don't know if you had ice quakes here, but like, it was nuts, man. It was like the trees exploded. Yeah. And they all exploded at the same time. I don't know if they did that here, but it was like they all exploded at the same time. And then like a day later, we started hearing ice quakes where it sounds like a bomb is going off. But it's the groundwater freezing, expanding, and exploding. So it was intense.
For sure. Like and guitars don't like that either.
No.
It turns out. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. This is our question we've been asking everybody. Do you name guitars?
Yeah. Of course.
See,
I tell my kids to name their guitars because they practice more on them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, if you name your guitar, then you have a sense. Here's my thought. okay, is that like with kids, especially teenagers, you're always looking for them to see their identity as a musician because they're going through a rough patch when we hit our, especially middle school years.
Right.
So like if you name your instrument, it helps with your identity so that you're like, it's me and this is Eugene. It's me and Eugene against the world.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of insight we need for the guitar naming question. Mm-hmm. When somebody says, I never name guitars. I don't do it because I sell too many guitars.
See, I think like, yeah.
But
like,
I've had names for guitars.
I hear that. My grandma, she would raise cattle, and the cattle that she would eat would be named like beefsteak, hamburger, and then the ones that she would keep to like milk and stuff would all be like Daisy.
Softens the blow.
Yeah. So you probably can't name them because you got to sell them so often.
I do sometimes. There's a few I've had names for.
Yeah.
But very cool, very cool. So you have this, and this has been old, reliable for 20 years.
Yes, that's right.
You have your eye on any instruments at the moment?
I definitely have been. I've been looking at. I've been thinking. I've been having the inkling about buying a new guitar lately. Just because I've had this one for. This one's great. I've had it for a long time. It's getting its little willy hole right here.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I've just been.
Sure.
Been thinking about it lately.
For songwriting, I feel like they're tools to get different things out of you when writing a song. I pick up a certain guitar and it just automatically puts me in a different place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're going to play today a Collings, which will have a totally different voice from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab it there. That is an OM2HA, so totally different sound from this cedar top guitar. And maybe we'll see if it brings out any unique songs.
Hi guys, this is Indian Summer Blue. I wrote this with my friend Amy Spees. Early in June, sweet romance, strawberry moon shone the night we danced by late July, falling for you. Now I'm Indian summer blue. August leaned in like a lady sipping tea. Breeze on our skin as we lay beneath the willow tree. September whispered as if right on cue. Now I'm Indian summer blue. Don't know why, guess I'll never know why. Every year you have to go. Can't we just sit out here on this swing where nights are long and the crickets sweetly sing? Nothing lasts forever, this we both knew. Now I'm Indian summer blue. Don't know why, guess I nights are long and the crickets sweetly sing.